Hello, my name is Dean Contover, and this is the Current Buzz. Thank you for watching today. I have a gentleman here. His name is Brian Ruhlmann, and we're going to talk about Craic. No, not that Craic. We're going to talk about Craic, the hot sauce that's made in Lowell, Massachusetts. Craic, this is what they call Merrimack Black, right, Brian? And it's a limited edition, and you make it in Lowell, Massachusetts. It says Mill City made in Lowell, Mass, and it gives the a zip code. So, and then it has craicsauce.com. That's your website.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, spelled C-R-A-I-C.
Okay.
The Irish way.
It's, yeah, because that's what they say in Ireland. What's the Craic?
You got it.
And this is the Craic Sauce. You have different flavors and explain it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So we make hot sauce, and we're a little different from most hot sauce companies that we don't try to blow your mouth off. We got like 10 to 20 ingredients in each bottle, so we really go for flavor. So we have 4 different flavors. 2 of them are fermented hot sauces, which mean we kind of take all the ingredients, we let it age. You get some really umami, really nice flavors, and then we have some other ones that we use with fruit. So we have a pumpkin hot sauce, which sounds crazy. That's actually our hottest and most unique.
No kidding, yeah.
We have a green chili sauce, which is on the mild side. My Irish mother can handle that one and puts it in her stews and soups and marinades.
See, I like it for my breakfast.
Yep. So my 2 favorite breakfast ones are the next 2. We got the Mill City Red, which is kind of more of a classic style, kind of like a Tabasco or Sriracha profile, but just all local source ingredients. And then we have a curry hot sauce. Not everybody's a curry lover. I love curry, but it's really great with eggs and anything that you're simmering.
I see.
And then, yeah, this was the limited edition, so we're starting to branch out into when we come across different produce or different flavors we're interested in trying. We're doing more limited edition hot sauces. So
the question out here, and everyone wants to know, how do you get into hot sauces? Why Lowell? And how do you make it? And where do you make it?
Oh man, okay. This is let's get into it. So, I started in hot sauce. It's really through my first or second. One of my employers was HubSpot, and so they do digital marketing software. And I had my Irish passport, so I was about to move to Ireland for a new job. And so
you have an American passport too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Just want to clarify.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't have the brogue on here. I could put it on if you wanted me to. But
no,
actually,
it's all right. It's all right.
Maybe not on TV here. But yeah, so I had a month off. My dad's always had like an amazing garden, and we were experimenting with habaneros and ghost peppers. And I don't know if you've ever taken a bite out of those 2 peppers, but I did, and I like wicked hot. Like I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with 100 of these. So I was like, actually, I guess I'll make hot sauce, and because I had a month off, and so I started making Hutchins Farm in Concord, Mass. They're very close to my house or my parents' house, and we got some fresh pumpkin from them that we roasted up with some onions, some garlic, some carrots, some ginger, and roasted pineapple. And what I thought it was going to taste horrible because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just putting it, and I was like, whoa, this is actually really good, and it tastes unlike anything I've tasted before.
Pumpkin hot sauce, huh?
Yeah. And so I didn't really think too much of it, but then when I started my first day at HubSpot, they said, hey, you need to start a website to get to know how to use our software. They do a lot of email marketing, social media, and so you had to write blog posts, you had to write email newsletters, and they said, do it about something you're passionate about, and you just have to do it for this 1 month. And I found this website domain was available, crafthotsauce.com, like craft beer. And so I was like, I'll just blog about hot sauce because I was just making hot sauce. And I didn't really know too much about it, so I had to cold call some people. So I searched like Craft Hot Sauce, who's making hot sauce. And I had 3 conversations with different people all over the world. One in Venezuela, one in Berlin, and then also the creator of the world's hottest pepper, Smoke and Egg Curry, in South Carolina.
So would you get in contact with online, or did you call them,
found their phone number.
Oh, no kidding.
Or maybe it was email, but
Okay.
I got on the phone with everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody had this like intense passion for peppers, for food, for flavor, but they came from all different backgrounds, and I loved talking to them. And so I decided to just keep on going with this website. So HubSpot, they've been really cool that they give me their software for free for life. So I started blogging. I started a podcast. We have a podcast called the Craft Hot Sauce Podcast. And we've interviewed and featured 150 different hot sauce makers from 30 different countries. So I've been so inspired by all these different hot sauce makers. So that's how I got hooked into hot sauce. And then I was just naturally experimenting it. And I moved from Ireland to Lowell, and my cousin's Cambodian, so we would always come up to Lowell to go to the Cambodian River Fest and Lowell Folk Fest, and I loved baseball and going to the Spinners. I grew up really at Lacher Park, and so I wanted to move to Lowell, and I knew I wanted to start a hot sauce company.
Wow.
And so that's when I started. I started in 2017, and yeah, it has been nights and weekends for 2.5, 3 years, and then I've been full-time at it for coming up on 2 years. So
you have a website that people could order. Can they order from
yes,
you?
yeah, we have two websites.
Okay.
One is Craic Sauce, CRAIC sauce.com, and that's what we make in Lowell.
That's what we have right here.
Yep, the 5 flavors, and then we have
Mac Black.
And then we still have the other website, crafthotsauce.com, which has our podcast, our newsletter, and we also sell other different hot sauces that we really love around the world.
Right. So. Yeah, I think what you should do is in regards to if graduation's coming up, Christmas, birthdays, if you want a present, you have a package of 3 in a box, right?
Yeah. It was 3. Now it's actually 4.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's one of every flavor that we do.
Okay.
And yeah, they're really, obviously for the holidays, they're really popular, but I've had people get them for the Super Bowl, for barbecues, for housewarming.
Wow, that's a good idea.
And anybody that's like a home cook or really loves flavor, it's perfect with, because we have really a wide range of hot sauces, and they aren't overwhelming. So no matter what, people are going to be able to enjoy them.
In regards to Super Bowl or whatever, too bad you can't have a 30-second Super Bowl ad, on Craic Hot Sauce. But that sounds good. Like, cooking outdoors, 4th of July parties. And you could bring this as a gift. It's reasonable. How much does one bottle cost roughly these days? It may go up, but...
Yeah, that $8.
$8, which is not bad. 5 fluid ounces, not bad.
Yeah, it's like I use it on every single meal, and I'm not blowing my mouth off, and I don't think I'm crazy, but like it's $8 that is going to add more flavor to 30 meals. So I think we could charge more, but we want to make sure it's accessible, but at the same time, we pay a premium for our produce, which just comes directly from local farmers. So we're always going to have a
All right, when you talk about local farmers, what are we talking about local farmers? We're local farmers in Chelmsford, Concord?
Yeah, both.
Oh, okay.
Like right over there. Oh, okay. We actually just partnered with New Max Farms. Max Jordan, he lives in Chelmsford. And he was just like, he contacted me a year and change ago saying, hey, Brian, like, I love growing chilies. I'd love to partner with a local business. And so I kind of helped him out, but it definitely, he started a plot at Meadow Island at Sunny Meadow Farms. So he has been building it out, and we planted 1,000 plants last year, and so that's where we got a lot of our peppers from.
Do you help him plant, or does he plant on his own?
It takes a village. So yeah, I was there, some of my interns there, some of the other community gardeners there. Max is always tending to it. So he's actually partnering also with Jim from Oregon Cat Farms, and they're doing a CSA here in Chelmsford. So
what's a CSA?
It's a community share or something. I don't know what it actually stands for, but it's really hard for farmers to sell produce just like one head of lettuce, one thing, because you don't know what people want. So a CSA, you pay a certain amount throughout the year, and then every single week you're going to get vegetables that are in season. So it's the best way you can support a farmer is through a CSA.
I didn't know that. I mean, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Regards, you're going to get
it kind of a safety net, and it gives you kind of farmers upfront payments, because there's a lot of money and investment that goes throughout the year. And you know, like we got 30 inches of rain last summer, and yeah, it was really tough. And so I think it's really important to support local agriculture.
Are these ingredients organic, or some people are?
We like there's a bunch of farms that are the produce that we get is certified organic. Our bottles aren't
certified.
Yep. And so I'd say no, it's not 100% organic, but it's all from. We know every farmer, and they're within kind of a 50-mile radius of us.
All right, I know that people are watching this right now, and they're saying, well, where can I buy it in a local store?
Sure.
So tell me where people can buy it in the local store, and are you going to have it in the Summer Street grocery
right?
Store?
Yeah. So the first store in Chelmsford, actually, the first store we were in is Gormley's Cafe in Lowell. If you ask for hot sauce, they're gonna give you a Craic Sauce.
Oh, good.
And then Alpine Butcher was right behind that. And then in Chelmsford, we've been partnering with Old Mill Coffee House, right downtown. So they have all our hot sauces available. And Summer Street Grocers, right when they opened up, we have a few of our sauces there.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'm sure. So I'm sure, go down there at Summer Street Grocers in Chelmsford, Massachusetts, and get some Craic, and go into the store and ask them if they have Craic. They'll look at you funny, but they'll know what you're talking about. And just get some and try it and see if you like it. And once you like it,
Yeah, and I think the best advice to use it is kind of think about it as an extension of salt and pepper, whether it's like a marinade or a stir fry. I even put the green chili in my smoothies or margaritas. Wow. It doesn't. You don't even get. It's not hot. You get a hint of it, but you just get a lot of that extra flavor. So that's really what. I mean, I think people that love to experiment with cooking, it's just a really fun ingredient to have.
All right, let's talk about cooking. You get all your ingredients. What do? How start from A to Z, so to speak. You get your ingredients from the local farms, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, it kind of starts in January.
Okay.
I'm kind of saying, this is what we think we're going to do in terms of sales and the number of stores we're in, the number of farmers markets we do, and kind of our online stuff. And we're reaching out to farmers. We source from about 9 farms now. That's grown since 2017, but we've been really establishing close connections with farmers. And we plan out to saying, hey, we're going to we'd want 500 pounds of cayenne peppers, and so different farmers grow different stuff. Max at New Max, we pretty much grow every pepper there because that's like where we're getting a good base of our stuff. But yeah, so it's like the planning, and then farmers, and we have a little plot ourselves that at Mill City Grows in Lowell. We start with the seedlings. Then the peppers are starting to grow and get bushier in June and July. And then August, it's pepper season's kicking off in August. So we get calls. We're getting dozens or hundreds of pounds of peppers from farmers at the same time. And we're washing them, chopping them. 2 of our sauces are fermented, so we take all the local produce, we blend it together and add salt, and then we let it age, and then store it in a fermentation cave. So
where is this fermentation cave?
That's in Lowell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm listening.
Yeah. And so that is like half of our process is making these fermented mashes, and then the other ingredients we will chop and freeze, and then we can use them later on in the season if we can't make it there on the spot. So From August to October, we're just busy processing a lot of peppers, but we also do about 30 farmers markets a month on top of that too. So it's kind of a crazy time. And then for cooking we cook at the commercial kitchen at UTech, and cooks are about 6 hours long. And
oh, is that right?
Yep. And so they have some amazing equipment.
So it's intense.
Yeah,
6 hours.
Yeah, it's a very physical job. Like it's kind of like.
In what way? I mean,
standing on your feet for
okay.
8 hours.
Okay, makes sense. All right.
Picking up buckets of mash that weigh 75 pounds.
Wow.
Moving stuff, having balance and focus, and hold it's.
How many people working with you?
3 to 5.
3 to 5. Okay.
Yep, in a kitchen shift.
Okay.
And yeah, we like play music. We tell you it's like it's not super intense because it's like there's a process of bottling for an hour and a half. There's a process of sauteing. So we're talking. We're having a good time doing it.
So you go on TikTok? I mean,
I haven't done TikTok. Actually, Michaela and Andrea, 2 of my employees, they said we're down to take the TikTok, and I was like, okay, I'm good, but I just like. I can't.
I like to see you dancing on TikTok.
I'm down to dance, but I'm not down to like have to.
Yeah.
I don't
explain
know.
things, what you're doing.
Put me on camera and I'm good, but like I don't want to have to get another app.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's 6 hours. So what happens after the 6 hours once you cook it and mix it, and then you bottle it?
Yep. And put some.
There's bottles at the kitchen, right?
So yeah, I get bottles from Boston, and then we have these funnels, and so we kind of have like a thumb trigger that like puts the amount, and so we're funneling.
So you're bottling
from the pot
by hand.
Yeah,
but it's not automatic. Not yet.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah. I don't think the machine can beat our speed and accuracy.
Wow. Okay.
Or pull a Dwight Schrute on that.
So is it pre-labeled before you put it in? Or?
No. Then we have a little hand crank that we put on the labels. We used to have a wood jig that we would kind of put. We drilled a hole to the right level and then put the bottle in and then hand. So we did a little bit more automatic by just having a hand crank, but yeah, we hand crank them, write a number of the lot code on each bottle, and then it's ready for farmers markets or selling to stores and everything.
No, Chelmsford at a farmers market, I don't know because of COVID.
Yep, we did the Maxwell's Winter Farmers Market, which is awesome.
Yeah,
great one. But
the one. In Chelmsford.
Yeah.
It was packed with people.
Yeah.
They usually have a farmer's market. I don't remember, maybe Diane will remember, but they usually have it on Thursday or Fridays in the afternoon sometime in Chelmsford. That's what it was.
Yep. Gotcha.
So maybe you should look into that.
Definitely.
And see what happens. Maybe people will come out and buy some Craic hot sauce. We have Brian Ruhlmann. He's the owner and the CEO and president of Craic Hot Sauce that's made in Lowell, Massachusetts. Why Lowell? What's the thing? I mean, when I saw you, when we met, there was a Jack Kerouac event in Lowell. And you were selling the Craic, and I said, God, made in Lowell. I was kind of like flabbergasted to see hot sauce. Usually you think Louisiana or Southwest, Texas, that type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Lowell, as I said earlier, I've had that early connection of coming up to Lowell from where I grew up in Concord, and I just always loved just the energy and eccentricity and it's just a lot. And we've actually had a couple employees that have moved here from out of state, and they're just like, I love Lowell because there's like so many different groups and communities. And so I think like there's just so much going on. And the longer I've been here, the more I've been enjoying being in those circles and finding more ones that I've been wanting to get involved in.
You know, it's funny you say that. I was skiing up in Vermont, and I met this guy, and he said to me, "You're from Lowell, aren't you?" I said, "How do you know?" He said, "Everybody I meet from Lowell are high energy people."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh wow, that's interesting." I mean, there's a perception, you know, high energy people are involved, and I guess he was from Vermont. And he was laid back, you know how that is too.
Yeah.
And he told me, "Wow, you're to pick up on that in the middle of 3 hours away."
That's weird. Yeah, that's crazy. That's cool.
But he's met people from Lowell.
Yeah.
And that was his perception of people from Lowell.
Yeah.
You know, they were doers. I think that's what he was trying to tell me, and that's what you are. You know, I think of you as being a doer.
That's kind of why I left my other job to do this full time. It's just like I just want to do stuff with my hands. I want to be outside. I want to be hanging out with people, meeting new people, and like. I kind of talked a little bit about what crack means as good fun and good times, but I think one of my cousins embodies like having good crack the most in Ireland, in that he'll meet a stranger and I'll think that they've already been best friends because they're so welcoming. They kind of they bounce the energy and convert it off each other, and it's just like I think that's an important thing that I would like to do in a place like Lowell and surrounding communities too, because it's not just Lowell, but yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm going back to my experiences. You lived in Ireland for 2 years, right? Did you go to Trinity?
No, I went to UCD.
Okay.
We would beat Trinity in Rowan.
It was really interesting. I was in Czechoslovakia, and when I went back there to visit again, I met these people that were in a ski resort in Switzerland, and they met Irish men and women who were also working in the ski resort, and they thought they were high intensity people. They never saw a woman fighting and stuff like that, you know, and it was like, holy, what's this? Who are these people? You know, It was interesting. So, I mean, that was just my experience. I mean, I've never been to Ireland, but you know.
The people that I worked with, they're the funniest, quickest people I've ever come across, especially in Dublin. Just like, it just take anything and just fire back right at you. And so that's something and they're just like storytelling ability. It's ingrained in their culture.
We know Ulysses and that.
I tried. I've listened to. I've read like 1.5 chapters. We were talking about our bucket list earlier. Maybe that's on it, but I don't know if I'll ever get through.
I bought the book, and I'm like you. I started to read it, and it was like, I don't think so. It's not intriguing, but. It's an interesting read.
Well, I was inspired. There's actually this guy Parkman who has a beehive at Sunny Meadows Farm here in Chelmsford, and he actually taught a course on Ulysses at Trinity. And so I told him, I was like, hey, I'm interested in doing this, and he gave me a whole email with suggestions and like books that have different things and different websites that can help you get through it. So. Maybe we can do this. I got the resources to pass on to you.
Explain what Ulysses is to the audience in case they
geez.
It's one day.
Yeah, you probably can explain it better than I.
Well, I don't know. I never got the gist of it. You know, I mean, it's one day in the life of a person in Dublin, I believe.
Yeah.
Just one day, and it was like, how many pages? Like 700 and something pages. And stuff like that.
It's really like the chapter that I went through is really funny and really great. It's great to read, but it's really dense and tough.